Hi guys! So, I recently came back from Japan. I'm actually all moved into my dorm and I'm going to take one last vlog actually I decided to make it about the IES program. So actually getting back to Japan was really nice. I'm really glad to be back in college. All of my friends are here and the actual process of getting back to America wasn't as bad as actually I thought it would be. So I wanted to talk about the IES Chicago program and the IES Tokyo program. It's really funny actually because IES Chicago is, of course, they're full of very nice staff, but there was a bit of a gap between some of the IES Chicago practices and the IES Tokyo ones. And basically, I'm not here to talk anything about those IES Chicago ones, but the IES Tokyo, the staff are so dedicated and they're so well versed and they want to know how you're doing all the time, and they will take every step to make sure that you are happy where you are, and they will help you as much as they can. Your homestays or your dorms, if you have any questions, they will always help you, they will always assist you. They are one of the most dedicated teams of staff that really I've ever met in my life. So the staff is basically a big point in deciding to do this program if you ever decide to. Additionally, they curate a couple of field trips every single program, I guess, and for us, we went to Hiroshima, which was really great because we learned more about the atom bomb. We got to speak to a survivor. We went to the museum, and we also got to do very Hiroshima-like things, such as eat the okonomiyaki, and we really did a lot. It was a really good learning experience for us, and also a good time to have fun. Additionally, we went to Nikko. Every time you go to Japan, you think I have to go to an onsen, and so Nikko was a really great place for that. So the field trips that IES decides to do are always really great. We also had a Tokyo tour in the beginning, in which we went with members of the quiz community who were Japanese, and we went around to different places in Tokyo, and we also learned how to use the subway system. The classes that we take, I actually got credit towards my econ major for one of the relatively easier classes. I'm not a Japanese major, so I'm not sure, and I know some colleges didn't necessarily take the credits for classes, but I do know my college, Williams College, did, and it was a really amazing experience, and I actually learned a lot. I took a Japanese society class. I highly recommend it. It really increased my perspectives on society in general, and also especially Japanese society. It was incredibly informative. The teachers are so dedicated. And while I do admit that some of them are on the easier side and you're really more laid back, and some people I know obviously didn't attend classes that much at all, it's really a good experience if you take advantage of it. Additionally, I chose to participate in the field placement. Field placement is essentially an internship. It's funny because I didn't get an internship summer of my sophomore year, so it was really good for me to put on my resume, which you are totally allowed to do. It's actually more of a cultural placement in which you learn more about Japanese work culture and you communicate more with people who are not necessarily your age. In my case, I got to communicate with a lot older Japanese men because I obviously didn't have that kind of experience in a college setting. That was really great for me. I learned a lot more about Japanese culture being immersed in it because I was basically the only fluent English speaker in my field placement. I worked for an art gallery, and they also place you according to your interests and according to your skills. I had friends who were placed in an acupuncture clinic, in environmental science. It was really good for not only our resumes obviously, but for our own cultural understanding, our own experiences, our own skills, and we really built upon that and learned a lot more. Overall, the IES Tokyo program I think is basically a 5 out of 5. It's study abroad. It is expensive, but they do have financial aid options, so if you are considering IES Tokyo and it happens to be something that your college also has, I do highly recommend it. You will not regret it. I do admit Chicago sometimes is a little late in responding. I have friends who contacted the advisor and sometimes he never contacted back, and I know someone who even her check was misplaced or something, but there are never any permanent mishaps that result in anything increasingly bad happening, and the IES Tokyo program itself, once you get there, is probably one of the best study abroad experiences you'll ever have. So this is my last blog post, so I hope to see you guys around, and if you do choose to go to Japan, I really hope you have fun. Thanks guys for sticking around.